And this came from a super chat yesterday. So if you have a super chat, we appreciate all super chats. If you're in the chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It costs you $0.00. And this next topic, Bull, came from a Professor Chaos super chat. And we only had 30 seconds to get to it last night. I said, you know what? This is too good of a topic to do in 30 seconds. So I want to ask you guys. Emmanuel Clase and Jose Ramirez both had tremendous Mays. Clase didn't allow a single run. Jose was tied with Aaron Judge, first or second in every major offensive category. So if you had to pick between those two, Clase or Jose Ramirez, which Guardian would you say had the better month of May?
I mean, to me, it's not close.
It's
Jose.
easy, yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to go the other way on it. No.
I mean,
yeah.
As great as Clase did, I mean, he's not impacting the game
That's what I was
the same way that Jose is. Yeah. Jose's doing – I know he didn't have a great game every single day, but it kind of felt like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he probably had a couple of games, but, like, he probably had 20 great days the whole month. Clase's only got to do it – again, not to diminish what he's done, but he's only got to do it –
Three outs
a couple times a week at most. He pitched 13 innings over the month, and the guy, you can't ask for better than he did.
Correct.
But I can't compare the greatness of a closer versus the greatness of a hitter. It's phenomenal. It's as good as you can get.
Ridiculous, actually.
Oh, it is.
It is. But put up Jose's numbers again for the month.
But that's also why relievers should never win.
That's absurd.
I mean, look at that.
He had 11 home runs last month.
Yeah.
But that's also why relievers should never win the Cy Young. He's pitching one inning.
Of course.
So,
yeah, it's all happened a few times and not recently. But
the
guy had 33 ribbies.
Probably the 80s.
33 ribbies in a month.
Yeah.
That's on pace for 200.
Is he still first place in the AL for ribbies?
First place in Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
baseball. Excuse me.
33 ribbies. And remember, Stephen Kwan did not play
missed that month.
Missed almost the whole month. I don't know when he first went on the IL.
Basically missed the whole month.
Basically missed the whole month. You had the best leadoff hitter in baseball who bats just ahead of Ramirez, missed the whole month. He still knocked in 33 runs. That's crazy. Yeah. It really is. Yeah. I mean, and he had 31 hits. But it's amazing he had more ribbies than hits.
And he said he said he was better than Barry. So
he said he was better than Barry.
So there
Good
we
for
go.
him. So, I don't think there's any argument here, Mike. It's got to be Jose. Again, Clase was fantastic. But it's harder to be great for a month as a hitter than it is to be as a closer.
It was a great month for Jose because I found out on record that he speaks perfectly good English.
How'd you find that out on record?
Well, that's what they said in the article. In perfectly good English.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
he
right.
said he was better than Barry Bonds. Great month for Jose.
Yeah, I think Jose just, it's when he talks to the media, he never speaks English.
Which makes me laugh. Yeah. I just.
But, like.
Although he did in that case, but go ahead.
But look what happened with the reliever from the Mets.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's why.
That's all. Hey, listen. It's
you knew what he said, though. They just took what they wanted to hear.
No, well,
I heard what he said.
I don't think anybody there intentionally misunderstood what he said.
No.
And for those that don't know, he said
Jorge Lopez
said it was he said he looked like the worst effing teammate.
Yeah.
But what got reported was he was on the worst effing team.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's doing his best to.
Yeah.
It's not his first language.
He meant teammate.
Yeah.
But he said team.
But I think he said teammate. I think you heard the mate. But anyway.
Yeah, I heard the teammate.
But that's why a lot of these guys, I don't blame them. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I would it'd be much easier to talk one-on-one. It's when you go through an interpreter, you lose a lot of the casualness of a conversation.
Right.
And half the time, I think the interpreter is telling you what they want you to say, not necessarily what he actually said.
That's the part that I think. Is he really saying that?
Yeah.
Or
You know what's
cleaning it up?
You know what's always funny with the interpreters too is how do they remember? Sometimes those questions are 30 seconds, and then he repeats the question.
They're just summing it up. They're not going word for word. And what else about those interpreters? They're stealing millions of money, millions of dollars from these guys, and they don't even know it.
Let me just try to real quick. I agree it's Jose. I agree the answer is Jose. Can I just make a case?
No.
You can't, but you can
No,
try.
let me just give you what the case would be.
Go ahead.
I agree the answer is Jose.
Yeah.
Jose, as you said, played more games, played way more innings. Overall, his numbers look better. But when you look at what Clase did, 13 innings pitched, 8 hits, 1 walk, 14 strikeouts. It is hard to be better at what you're asked to do. And you can only control what you are asked to do.
Mm-hmm.
it is hard to be better. And actually, I say hard. I think it's almost impossible to be better than Emmanuel Clase was in the month of May at what he was specifically asked to do. And because of that, not saying we're shortchanging him. I think we all gave him the appropriate amount of credit. But he was damn near flawless through the entire month.
Yep.
Well, Jose did have a couple ups and downs, and you can only control what you can control. Emmanuel isn't pitching 9 innings a game. He only comes in when the situation is appropriate. But those numbers, and it's a microcosm of his entire season because he's been spectacular the entire year, it is hard to pitch better in that role than Emmanuel Clase did in May. And I agree Jose's the right answer.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure we are highlighting and giving kudos where kudos is due.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I mean, he is one of the most important players on the Guardians. For those who don't know baseball well, and Jason, you know this, when you have a closer that can't get it done, it kills the whole team.
It's devastating.
It kills the whole team because you start to get into a mode where you feel like it doesn't matter what we do, we're gonna blow it late. And from the opposite side of that, the Guardians players, they play every game knowing if we have the lead, it's over.
It's an 8-inning game.
That's it. And to some degree, the Guardians have made it less than that because Hunter Gaddis, especially, is becoming. I mean, obviously Cade Smith and some of these other guys, but I think Hunter Gaddis. It's funny. I happened to be watching MLB Network last night. I put it on for 5 minutes, and I happened to see this, and they were ranking the top 9 rookies. Or whoever was hosting was saying, these are my top 9 rookies so far this season.
Couldn't do 10?
He decided to do 9. I don't know why he did 9. But anyway, one of the 9, I think number 5 on the list was Hunter Gaddis. And I forgot he was even still a rookie.
He's classified as a rookie?
What's that?
I didn't realize he was even classified as a rookie.
It seems like he pitched quite a bit last year, but he was up and down a lot.
Yeah, he didn't pitch enough. So
more down than up, I guess.
So anyway, and I'm like, you know what? He has been a damn good rookie. I mean, he's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Should have picked him as your bold prediction.
You should have picked David Fry, and you shouldn't have cut David Fry.
I know. I actually have Hunter Gaddis on my fantasy team, too, and I use him. But I cut David Fry. It was the only mistake I've made all year.
That?
You can't be perfect, Tyvis. I'm like 99% this year in fantasy baseball.
Were you cutting? Did somebody like pick him up immediately?
You can't do that. You got to wait a couple of days. But yeah, somebody did pick him up.